Welcome to the Wheelhouse. I'm Gilles Gallant, and like every man across North America, I am ready for some football. The lockout tried to threaten my manhood, but luckily there wasn't much to begin with. So with that being said, I'm ready to school you on fantasy football and give you tips to win your league. So if you're looking for an update on William and Kate, or which Kardashian has been impregnated, then you clearly clicked on the wrong video. Remember, these suggestions are made for standard scoring leagues: a point for every 10 yards rushing or receiving, a point for every 25 yards passing. Rushing and receiving touchdowns are worth 6 points, passing touchdowns are worth 4, and no PPR. Tip number 1, don't rush for your quarterback. Unless you have a pick in the later rounds, don't rush for a signal caller like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, or Michael Vick. Take the best running back or receiver available and let the picks come back to you. That way you can get a quarterback like Phillip Rivers, Matt Schaub, or Tony Romo. Tip number 2, make sure to get players from winning teams. It's no coincidence that 9 of the 12 top scoring leaders in fantasy were on teams that made the playoffs. More possessions equals more opportunities. Yes, we know you love the Browns and Peyton Hillis, but if you're stressing because you have to choose between him or the Falcons' Michael Turner or the Steelers' Rashard Mendenhall, then please take a step back and punch yourself in the face. Tip number 3, don't be a homer. We get it. You love the Jacksonville Jaguars and Blaine Gabbert. But if you can, don't let it be known what your favorite team is to your buddies, because they will rake you over the coals for it. You become predictable, and you will get the stupidest trade offers from your buddies. I'll trade you the Jags kicker for Michael Vick. Deal. Tip number 4, you can never have enough running backs. It's a long season, and running back is the only position that invites contact from 300-pound tanks who run the 40 in under 5 seconds. Injuries are inevitable for any running back, and the last thing you want is have to scour the waiver wire for some plug and get stuck with a guy like Reggie Bush or Justin Forsett as your number 2 running back. Tip number 5, this is only for the noobs who've never played fantasy football, or for the guys who think, I know the rules, I can break them. Don't take a defense or a kicker until your last 2 rounds. The difference between the first defensive kicker and the 10th is about 4 points a week. So that means you don't have to reach in the 4th round for the Jets or the Eagles defense. In conclusion, pick who you want. This is your team and you're going to have to live with it. If you have the 5th pick and you want Aaron Rodgers, take him, because most likely he's not coming back to you. I know that goes against my first tip, but like I said earlier, once you know the rules, that's when you can break them. Plus, Aaron Rodgers is deadly. That's all for this week. Tune in next week where I get to spit some hate against 2 teams that hate each other in the NHL, the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens.